if people think that they do well and then they've heard about this drug that'll make them, you know, get a whole letter grade higher, maybe 2, I mean, who wouldn't take it for something that small, you know? It's really not a big deal.
Mrs. Greer, your son acts up in class. Ask the questions that you're not supposed to ask. Mr. Greer, it's pretty plain to see your son has got ADHD.
I'm an art student. I take a couple academic courses each semester, a quarter.
Right now I'm taking 3 studio classes, so it's a lot of work.
I think there's various times in college students' lives when they're stressed.
You know, finals, crunch times, you know, all those little times where you just need to bend down and work really hard for a few days.
I'm 21 years old. I am prescribed Adderall, and I take it for like homework. I do not have any signs or forms of ADHD.
It's really just a desire to be able to work for long periods of time and enjoy all the work that you're doing while you're doing it.
It helps me focus on my homework and get things done faster.
I don't think taking prescribed stimulants like Adderall is ever a good way to deal with stress.
I've thought about taking Adderall. Big tests come up and you haven't slept in a week. A lot of times you really need to study and you can't.
I'm a freshman in college right now. I don't really take Adderall, but I usually sell my prescription.
They're self-medicating in ways that aren't generally recommended.
It does take away from the stress of having to do a lot of work. It's no longer stressful. You don't mind it as much.
It helped me get better grades. Like if I didn't have Adderall, totally fail college. Not even joking.
I buy it from friends. I'm not prescribed to it.
I've had the prescription forever since I was a kid. I never really had to get it when I was older. So I've always had the pills.
Yeah, you know, I started out taking a half of like a 15 milligram pill, going up to a pill and a half.
I've been offered Adderall probably more than anything else. That's saying a lot being in college campuses.
Some students call them smart pills or brain steroids. Adderall and Ritalin are legal stimulants prescribed for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, in ever greater numbers. Now, for years now, students who don't have that problem have been taking the drugs for a competitive edge. But the problem is growing.
If studying's a problem, I just found the answer. I take a little orange pill and my work gets done much faster. 10 milligrams is enough to make me feel like an Einstein. You make my heart feel like a NASCAR race, but I'll be fine. Adderall.
I've been taking Adderall probably like a year and a half now. I've only been prescribed for like maybe like 2 months.
Most of my friends who are ADHD or ADD do take their medication, but at the same times that I would take it only when they're really like stressed out from school, and then they saw the rest of it.
But then I realized everybody just started like loving this drug. Like everybody just started like asking me about Adderall, and then I mean the first time I saw it when I was about like 17.
No one asked me until I was actually in high school. People would ask maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day throughout a 5-day period.
Yeah, sometimes when I got some extra left over, I'll sell some. Because, I mean, why not have a little extra cash if I don't need to take all that Adderall? Like, it would just be going to waste.
I mean, it's straight profit. Like, I don't, really have to pay for it. It's not mine. Like, my parents supplied me with it. It's like $130.
I've been offered it for 15, for 5 from friends, and for free from a couple friends too. So I mean, I don't really make that much. I mean, yeah, I've made like, if I sell it for like 5 a pill, I'll sell like maybe 10 of them at most and make $50 and keep the other ones while I'm in school.
It's probably like $140 if I want, maybe $150. I mean, it all depends how much I want to charge. It can go fast. Sometimes people get 1 or 2, they'll get 3, 4, like 8, but most of the time, like, I'm not trying to sell a lot and like cut the price. I'm trying to sell a couple and make some money. So I'll just charge like a lot all the way up. But I never really liked them. Like, I don't really like what it does to me.
It makes me like tingly and stuff. stuff, but it makes me really focus. Like, even if I'm not focusing necessarily on my homework, like I'll sit and read stuff on the computer for like hours.
You know, it basically makes you feel agitated, overstimulated, can make your heart race, drives up your blood pressure, and keeps you up. I guess like speed.
You feel like you can get everything done that you need to get done because you have like this little extra burst of energy. It's not like some crazy like upper feeling, like it's just if you just take one, like if you take 2 or 3, then you feel like you're rolling.
And when it works really well, but it's not for everyone. I mean, there are people that don't have the same types of receptors and do better.
Had bad experiences, things like haven't slept in 2 days, they freaked out because they haven't slept and did terrible on the tests.
Like other people will like take these things to get like zooted and almost like they were on cocaine, like something just get like fucked up on it. Like it doesn't do anything to me, so you know I don't understand why they want it, so I don't really care, and like it's whatever. I mean, some people just are affected differently. Like I've always had it, but just like taken it, been prescribed it. Like some people, if they take it, they will not sleep at night. Like they're guaranteed to stay up all night.
They may not realize that if they have other symptoms of anxiety, like tendencies to be obsessive or phobic or fearful or anxious in any way, Adderall can exacerbate those symptoms. So as they're taking the Adderall to stimulate them and speed them up and stay awake, they're really at risk for having other side effects develop that would really get in the way of the outcome that they want.
If you take enough of it, if you're doing it and you overdo it, as a matter of fact, you can get, frankly, psychotic on it because the excess in dopamine hits can make you hallucinate and have delusions of paranoia. I mean, can make you feel pretty bad.
Yeah, there was last semester, the finals week. I spent about 3 or 4 days constantly awake, taking Adderall. You know, over and every 4 or 5 hours, I just pop in another pill, and God, I got so much work done. But by the end of those 3 or 4 days, I did think that I was starting to go psychotic. I was starting to freak out about really little things, like such little things I don't even remember what they were, but you know, it'd just be the smallest little issue that you'd think about, and then you keep thinking about it, and it'd bring you to tears, and then later you'd realize that was the dumbest thing in the world, and you shouldn't have considered it a big deal. So it does play around with your rationale, I guess, your ability to, you know, logically decide what's important and what isn't.
As high as it gets you, as much as it speeds you up, you're going to have the opposite effect because you crash, because you know there's a homeostasis in the body, and so as much as you go up, you're going to come down, and you have to make time for that.
One thing I want to say about there's a new product called Vyvanse, which is made by the Adderall people, Shire Pharmaceuticals, and it is similar, same molecule, but the molecule has to be activated by an enzyme that we have in our system that is rate limiting. It only allows a couple of molecules to be flipped on at a time. And so as they go through, there's no way to overdo it. There's no way to take too much and get too agitated or too stimulated because it can only activate so many molecules at a time. So you have a very linear distribution over time without a lot of the irritability and very little street abuse potential, because there's if you take 20 of them, you're not going to get a bigger buzz than if you took, you know, than the way you would with other stimulants, because the molecules literally have to wait in line until it's their turn to be flipped on. You might be up for 3 days, but you know, you're not going to be speeding on it.